Welcome to the Imperium Forex daily video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. To open today's webinar, the Australian dollar is expected to continue to hold within its bear phase and focus on the objective that was challenged yesterday at 76.40. Today we do have the announcement of the RBA monetary policy meeting and the RBA rate statement. It is unlikely there will be any interest rate change as rates remain at historic lows of 1.5%. However, the RBA rate statement will be assessed to whether the central bank is either swaying to a hawkish or dovish stance, which will of course implicate the Aussie in either direction. But the view is still towards the 76.40. with this week's objective holding at 75.80. Sell into rallies towards 77.05 to 77.45.55. Well, the euro is pretty much unchanged in the last 24 hours, considering that we did see a brief sell-off overnight to a low of 115.79, right in front of the support that comes in at 115.5. Overall, sell into rallies towards 116.40 with a cap still holding at 117.05.15, with the overall view to take out this level of 115.5 and fall lower to the region of 114.70.75. Well, the dollar yen case clearly went to the upside first off yesterday and fouled from the rejection from the highs of 114.73. Suggests that this the outlook now for the next 12 hours could be focusing more towards the downside. My strategy is that I was expecting to see a rejection possibly from 114.5, and I'm a buyer on dips, but not from 113.5, but more to the case of 112.80 and see a rebound from there. If we do, then we should see the market take out the top side eventually and do head towards 116, but the technicals are not supporting that at this stage. The British pound posted substantial gains overnight and surprisingly went from 130.57 low to 131.69. Rather strong rally, but we don't have the technical implication behind the move. Therefore, I'm still sitting on the sidelines without any view, but keep neutral until we get some indication where the market's going. If you look back since the late September, we've just traded in noise from 130 to 133, and that's all we're doing at the moment without little direction. And to put any capital risk on this market, I would refrain at this stage. But that being said, the bulls were very, very strong in gold overnight and also in commodities. With the $16 rally overnight from the lows of 12.66 to 12.82, the market is now poised for a further rally up towards 83 or even up towards 88.90, with any weakness to find support now at 76 as a short-term base. The silver overnight market stages a very impressive rally from 16.75.80 and now currently challenging this level of 17.25. If we see a break from there, we should see further exposures to the upside and look up towards this recent peak that we saw in October around 17.45. With any pullbacks, still expect to see support now from region of 16.80. And to wrap up with oil, even though we are overbought, do be a little bit on your guard if you're long, because we are heading towards these clusters of highs, which is around 58.62. I do expect to see a rejection from there, and most probably see a pullback eventually from either 58 or 62 and down towards 56.5. So that wraps up today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day that's ahead.